This is a horror movie called Knock at the Cabin. I would expect a slightly more horror. But Knock at the Cabin is very interesting because they kind of just throw you into the movie. Like you just start the movie, like you start the movie and already you're at the climax. Like okay, you're not literally at the climax, but it feels like you're in the climax in the first 10 minutes. They waste no time tiptoeing around, doing pointless things, building the plot. They're like, this is the plot, this is what we're going with. We're not gonna set it up slowly. Nope, here you go, right in your face. Which is an interesting approach by Chalamet. And I don't say I hate it. I don't hate it. Honestly, a lot of movies take the slow approach, which I love world building, don't get me wrong. World building is very necessary. But they kind of made it work for this one. Knock at the Cabin is basically a family goes to take a vacation at a cabin. Wow. And these four people come to kind of talk to them, saying that if they do not sacrifice one of their family members willingly, the apocalypse will happen. And most of the movie is kind of just showing how it kind of slowly starts happening the longer they wait to sacrifice one of them. The more of humanity dies. It will explain it all in the movie if you watch it. So honestly, this is a very interesting movie because it kind of doesn't give you like the character building that a normal movie would build. Like the characters are kind of just like set and they give it to you all at once. Cry on the nose sometimes when they're literally introducing the characters and what they are and who they are, like their backgrounds and stuff. So you don't really get to like get to know a character in the normal way. They kind of just give it to you, which normally doesn't work, but you found a way to make it work. Like it's very, very interesting in how he was able to do it like this. Now, the problem with this movie, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Not bad, not bad.
It's just too many things are just on the nose, and there's some like logic gaps. Just if you can't handle it, you're not gonna be able to enjoy it. I don't care, honestly. A lot of logic gaps. I understand movies are movies, and like I just understand that not everything is gonna be like perfectly fit of how it would be in real life. So if you notice a couple of those, then just to let you know that I warned you. They don't ruin the movie though, honestly. Unless you're like really like OCD about it. Now I'm not gonna lie, there really isn't much to talk about this movie. Literally what I told you is the plot. That's what happens. There's nothing intricate about it. There's nothing like crazy that happens. That happens and that's it. That's the entire movie. So it's a very simple plot. And with simple plot comes small room for error. Because if you make error in simple plots, you are less likely to have a good movie. Let's say like Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings makes a simple error. Like there's so much plot and there's so much to cover it up that you might not even notice it. But if this makes this error, you're gonna notice it a lot. And then they make a couple. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple interactions that I feel like could have been done better. But honestly, this is like a little bit of a movie of its kind. I've never seen a movie like this. Honestly, it kind of gives you a feeling of like a thriller. It's not really a horror movie. It's not scary at all. It's mystery. It's not really a mystery. It's a thriller. And I know they tried to brand it as such, but honestly, I would give it a watch. I think it's a good one. Um, there's not. It doesn't feel like they have like gay couple or whatever, but it doesn't feel like they're trying to force this to like meet a quota. It kind of just feels like it naturally puts into the movie, and it actually goes with the plot, which I think is very interesting. Even though they say that it didn't matter what type of family made it into the cabin, it was coincidental. It does fit into the plot a little bit, obviously. Well, not obviously, because usually movies sometimes just do these like gay characters just to do them, and I can appreciate it when people have roles that fit and add to the story instead of just doing it to do it. Now, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. It might be surprising considering how much I've been praising it, but it's just critically and how much I think an audience would enjoy it. That's kind of where it falls. Like, I think it's an enjoyable movie. Like, I give a lot of movies on my channel 6.5s that I would still go and watch. Like I would say, I'm not saying skip this movie. I really am not. I'm just saying if you're looking for like the next, I don't know, God the Godfather, it's definitely not this one, and it's not gonna be something that knocks your socks off. But it will. It will give you. It will keep you on your toes. It will keep you on the end of your seat, at least to a minimal extent that a 6.5 can. I think it's enjoyable for the average viewer. So now, if you want to see another like a thriller, but even more psychological than this one, because this one really kind of gets into your head. But if you want to see something even better, then I recommend you check my review of Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue is an older one. It's a bit kind of a little bit cringe at the beginning, but it just becomes so amazing later into the film that it's just like, how did it come from like cringe fest to amazing? So, and if that's not your thing, if you're not into anime type of movies, then you should probably watch Shut In, because Shut In has a similar feel to how Knock in the Cabin is, except that it is not the end of the world. It's just the end of her world if she fails. So these two movies, definitely check out these two reviews, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.